Hello, I'm Sonali Powar. In this lecture, I'm going to talk about the stack data structure. In that, first we will see what is the definition of stack. After that, we will see what are the operations we can perform onto the stack and how we can represent the stack. That is the static representation of the stack and also dynamic representation of the stack. So let's start. First, we will see what is the definition of the stack. You can say stack is a linear list where we can add or delete element from the one end only, and that end is called as the top. So from the top, I can delete the element or I can add the element. I have just taken some images from the Google. Here you can see these are the real life examples of the stack. First is a stack of books, second one is a stack of chairs, stack of cups. We suppose I want this C cup. First you have to remove the E and D, then only I can access the C. You can say this is the good example of the stack of CDs. This is a good example of the stack. Suppose you want to add any CD, new CD into this stack, you can add at the top only. And suppose if you want to remove the CD, then you can remove the CD which is present at the top only. Suppose you want to remove CD which is present at the bottom, then first you have to remove the all CDs which are present above it, then only I can access that particular CD. So you can say this is the good example of the stack which represents the working of the stack data structure. Now we will see what are the operations we can perform onto the stack. I can perform push and pop operation onto the stack. What is mean by push? Suppose you want to insert any element into the stack, that is called as a push operation, and pop operation means you are deleting the element from the stack. Here you can observe that I can push the element and also I can pop the element from the one end only, that is called as a top. So I can insert the element at the top only, and suppose I want to delete the element, then I can delete the top element only. I cannot directly delete the last element or any middle element. I can delete only top element. Suppose initially in your stack it contains the one value, and if you want to push the second value, that is a 2, then I will perform the push operation. Push operation means insert the value. So I will push this 2 on into the stack, so it will place above the 1. So you can see that 2 is placed above the 1, and after that suppose I want to push this 3, means I want to insert the 3, then I will push this 3 which will you can say added above the 2. So this is your resultant stack 1, 2, 3. After that suppose I push the 4, that will be placed above the 3. After that suppose I just push the 5, then it will be placed above the 4. Like that I can perform the push operations. So when you insert the element, that will be pushed or it will be inserted at the top end only. I cannot suppose I just operate the push operation onto the stack. Suppose I am inserting the 5, it will not be inserted at the bottom or it will not be inserted in the middle. It will be inserted at the top end only. So you can say this is the resultant stack. Now suppose after inserting the 6, suppose I just perform the pop operation, then it will remove the first top element, that is the 6. So it will pop or it will delete the top element, that is the 6. After that suppose again I pop the next element, then that time it will delete the top element, that's a 5. So after removing the 6, that this is your stack, and top will be 5. So if you perform pop operation again, then it will pop the 5, and this is your resultant stack. Suppose again if you apply the pop operation, then it will remove the 4. So like that I can insert and delete the element from the top only, that is the only at the one end. So you can say stack uses the LIFO order. What it means? Last in first out. जो element last में आएगा वो first out होगा. Now here you can see that suppose I just inserted the 6, it will be placed above the 5. And suppose if you perform the pop operation, that is the deletion, that time it will remove 6 first. Now this will be your resultant stack, and suppose again you operate the pop operation, then it will remove this 5 first, and at the last it will pop the 1. So जो last में आता है वो first delete होगा. So it follows this LIFO order, last in first out. Now let's talk about the stack representation. We can represent the stack using the static method also and using the dynamic method also. For the static representation, we will use the array, and for dynamic, we will use the linked list. First, let's talk about the static representation. In case of the static representation, we cannot increase or decrease the size at the runtime. So this is the drawback of the static representation. Suppose I declare the one array here, int a of 5, and integer requires a 2-byte memory. So 2 into 5 is 10. So continuously it allocates the 10-byte memory to store these 5 elements. So the value or the address of the first element is called as a base address. If you know the base address, you can directly calculate the addresses of the another element also, because it allocates the memory continuously. Now in this case, this your stack contains only 3 elements. I have declared the array of 5, but your stack is started from the 0th location and end at the top location. So top is present at the 45. So if your array contains the 5 elements, means there are the 2 more places, but it is a not part of your stack, because when in case of the static representation using the array, your stack will start from the 0 and end at the top location. In this example, top is present at the 45, so stack is started from the 12 and end at the 45. Suppose if you want to insert or push the one element into the stack, then what will happen? You just move this top pointer to the next location, and it will add this new element. So new element becomes the top. Suppose if you delete this element, top element, that time in that case it will just move this pointer to the previous location, and then in that case 9 becomes the top. So your array your stack will start from the 12 and end at the 9. So this is about the static representation, and in static representation it allocates the memory continuously. Now let's talk about the dynamic representation. Dynamic representation can be implemented through the linked list only, and in the linked list I can increase or decrease the size of the stack at the runtime. So this is the advantage of the dynamic representation. In dynamic representation, the memory is not allocated continuously, it is scattered, or means all over, you can say. So this is the example of the linked list representation. In this case, 99 is present at the top and it stores the address of the previous element. Now next one is a 50. 50 stores the address of the previous element. 32 which stores the address of the previous element. Then 25, and it stores the null value because there is no any element which is present before this 25. So it stores the null value. Now suppose if you perform the pop operation, in that case it will remove this 99 and 50 becomes the top. So it will just move this pointer to the previous location. And how can I get this previous location, or how can I get the address of this previous location? Through this pointer I will access the previous value, because in case of the dynamic representation the memory is not allocated the continuously. So you must require the pointer to store the what is the value of the previous element or next element. Suppose you inserted the one element in your stack. This is the one element of your stack. Afterwards you push the new element, then this new element becomes your top. But how can I link or how can I access this previous element? Through the link only I can access this previous element, because I will not get the address of this previous element. Memory is not allocated the continuously, so you have to store the address of the previous element, then only I can access that element. So this is the overhead in case of the linked list representation. You have to store the address of the previous elements also. Now in this case, suppose if you want to insert the new element, that will be placed above this top, means above the 99 it will place the new element, and that new element becomes the top. So this is the way how can way to represent the stack using the static and dynamic representation. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you understand the stack data structure.